What's going on, guys? Coach Respect, the wise guy on Instagram. Sorry I am late. It is past 12 o'clock, way past 12 o'clock. It's wee hours of Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a wonderful day. If you are still awake and you are live with me today, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. Just give me a Merry Christmas and say, hey, what's up? I am delivering on a promise I made. Again, I apologize, it's not noon, but we came from a Christmas family party and rushed back here so that I could give everyone the gifts that I wanted to give you guys. For one, being a subscriber to this channel. For two, being a follower to Instagram and following me on Twitter and all that type of stuff. And for three, subscribing to my Facebook page, my personal page, and obviously all the other pages that I produce, like Jungle Scout, Product Research Club, and Sweat Equity Millionaires, and Entrepreneur. I think I have an Entrepreneur one. Do I have an Entrepreneur one? Of Sweat Equity Millionaires, Jungle Scout, Product Research Club, and obviously the best Amazon coaching program in Canada, for sure, bar none, hands down, Amazon Selling Hustle. Link is in the description. And someone said, hey, Coach, why don't you do a summary video and tell us a little about your bit about your course? So I'll do one of those at another date. So I want to get into the two videos, the one video present that I'm going to give you today. Again, it's a present to all of you guys who subscribe. I am going to give you guys a full product research video today. But before that, the main present I'm going to open up to you guys and let you play with and utilize is this one right here. Let's jump over to it. So what do? I go Control, bam, and we go here. This is my YouTube channel for all of you guys who are watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Where is it? Right here. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Should hit 1,000 by the end of the year, which was the goal. And then at the end of 2019, we'll get this channel to 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2019. But only need 5 more subscribers to get to the end of the year. Sourcing monthly. So I said this to you guys earlier. This was going to be my present to you. I'm going to share this bad boy. I'm going to create a shareable link and Control C, Command C. Is that what I do? And I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it in the comment section of this video, so that you guys can link into that and utilize that when you guys are doing retail arbitrage or private label. It's a spreadsheet I created last week. It took me a few hours of time to put into it. And it's going to be ongoing for me, so you'll be able to see all the updates I make to that particular link. Let me just jump over here and jump on Creator Studio. And let me go say hi to the chat room quickly. Let's see if anyone is hanging. Where is this video right now? Live streams. There we go. Hey, Anderson Liang, hanging out with me Merry Christmas to you and your family. Here's that link to that docs.google spreadsheet. I'll name it later. But you can use that link. You can jump on it. You can see what I'm creating, what I'm doing. It's nothing all that complicated. I know a lot of you, I always use control because I'm a PC guy. But I know a lot of you like spreadsheets like these, like to have some sort of resource where you can look at it and go, okay, the month I'm in, what holidays, what are the key holidays for the months? What are the key dates? What is the hot niche of the month? I am building upon this by added top products people purchase or buy. I don't know why I did that, but we'll add a U in there. By month. So the top products by month. I don't even have to go people buy. Obviously, dogs and cats aren't buying it. Top products, top sellers by month. And then thinking ahead what to source. So I started creating this. I started putting in key dates. August obviously being one of the slower ones. But I will have this fully filled for everybody to utilize this little spreadsheet or tool to just help you. Let's insert a row. I want a row below. I want a row above. Insert row above. I'll probably call this bad boy. I'm going to call it swim. Swim. Sell or source. What's moving? What is moving? Swim. Okay. Source what is moving. So that's what this is going to be called. We'll font that up there. Ta-da! What else do I want to put in here? But in January, obviously January's coming up. It's New Year's resolutions, goals. You want to dive into the niche of self-help books. You want to dive into the niche of fitness. We'll put in here self-help books. You want to dive into the niche of health and fitness and supplements, because those niches increase the demand by hundreds of percentages, double, triple the demand. They're the prime months of sales. I should know. I grew up in the retail fitness industry. So it is what we wait for. It is our Valentine's Day when it comes to sales and people buying products, both products that are cheap, affordable, accessories, tools like resistance bands, foam rollers, massage sticks, massage tools, scales, body fat scales, weight scales. I would stay away from heavy products. You don't need to sell dumbbells. You don't need to sell kettlebells. You don't need to sell weights and bars. But you want to go and find, as seen on TV, products that will make you money. You want to go and, let me jump over here. Boom. Ta-da, ta-da. There I am. Whoa. Hey, I'm terrible at doing this. But you want to source training devices, training aids. Is not a great time to jump into the sporting good niches, I would say. Although you want to monitor anything that is being cleared out in any category, really, at the end of the day. But we're going to talk about the health and fitness industry specifically. And the next present I have for you. So again, that first present for you, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to develop that particular spreadsheet over the next couple weeks. and I'm going to put as much into it. I might even create more columns of information as I see the need to relay to you guys some important information that will help you with your Amazon business. And it also helps me, you know, my whole concept is to be efficient and to be aware of products that are hot, trending, on clearance, have profit, to be aware of good buys, to be effective at finding those products, especially if I'm in my retail arbitrage mindset. Like if I'm in that space and in that zone, then it's important that I know what I want to source, and that I'm doing research, and that I'm spending some time on Amazon looking at products that are trending, that I'm on Google Trends, looking at toys, looking at books that are trending. I'll even look at, do as much research into the stores and look at their clearance sections of their online stores as well. For all the big players, Walmart, Toys R Us, locally, Staples, Best Buy, all those types of stores, it's important to look at all that stuff and wrap your head around products that are being cleared out or that are hot and trending, that are in demand. Those are the key essentials of sourcing your product. Then you can run all the ads that you want to on those products when you get to them. Let's try something here. So, yeah, so and obviously, you got to look at this. You got to look at every month, and I may even create a column on this spreadsheet based on different factors that play a part in what people buy on Amazon. People buy commodities that are useful tools, that are longevity tools, that have a long shelf cycle or sales cycle. People buy seasonal stuff. People buy stuff based on the weather. Summer, they're buying swimsuits, floaties, ocean or beach toys. In the winter, they're buying, depending on the part of the world you're from, raincoats, rubber boots, mittens, toques, all those types of things. In the fall, it might shift to, products that what would you be buying in the fall? What would you be buying in the fall? You might look at the specific holidays that fall, like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and obviously in the fall, Amazon. It's, when you think about it, you go, well, really, what is the dominant, category of the fall? And there really not necessarily is one, but Amazon have created such a nostalgia around their sales dates. July being the first of the Prime. I think Prime Day is in July. It might be June, but it might be in July. I can't remember. I believe it's July 16th or whatever. But leading into, Black Friday, obviously, and Cyber Monday and all that type of stuff. So I'll create multiple columns, but the premise of this sheet is going to allow you to jump on here, look at September, and go, okay, September is back to school. Got to wrap my head around school product, backpacks, we'll go backpacks, school supplies, that kind of covers a lot of stuff, those two categories. If you're a university student, textbooks. Now, this is what's going to sell during that month. Okay, it's not top products sales during this month. and I'll be doing a lot of research on Amazon to get all this data and criteria and update this sheet. But this column is actually more important, the think ahead column. In January, what should you be thinking about? In May, for example, or in June, for example, think about textbooks, think about school supplies, think about backpacks. In August or in July, think about Halloween costumes. Think about Halloween. Think about, the products that are important during that particular niche, because the opening of that niche and the closing, obviously the closing date is 3 or 4 or 5 days prior to, and let me just switch something here, but 3 or 4 or 5 days prior to the actual date itself. So for example, we're in Christmas, sales completely dive or take a 90% drop a week prior to the actual holiday itself. Now you'll still get those trickle sales, but you're gonna see that 90% drop of your sales being super high, and all those products that you were selling completely stop selling a week or so, 5 days prior to the holiday itself arriving. And when does it open? A lot of times it can open 3 months in advance, sometimes up to 4 months in advance. Some people buy it year-round. Obviously, there are other people for the Christmas shoppers who buy year-round, but those are just everyday shoppers. I wouldn't classify them as the target market for, people who are shopping for Christmas presents, doing their last-minute shopping, or trying to find that hottest gift for the Christmas season. A lot of people are not doing that 6 months out. Those people who are doing that 6 months out are stumbling upon great buys for Susie, awesome buys for Sam. This is a great, gift for, Thomas, who's 9 years old. I think I'll pick this one up 6 months in advance. That's just your everyday consumer. You're not going to really have to worry about those people. You want to target every month specific to the category, specific to what is hot, because you want to be able to buy these products at a really low price and then resell them at on average, sometimes a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% increase in price, increase in the MSRP, the manufacturer suggested retail price, can be as high as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. In some cases, if the product is extremely hot and it's a birthday or it's a Christmas holiday season, New Year's, costume, Halloween, people will sometimes pay up to 100% more. A product costs $100 in the stores, but you can't find it in any store. But you can find it on Amazon because the seller is selling on Amazon for $250. That's 150% markup on top of retail, double, almost 1.5 times retail. You can earn those prices if you time the season right. Now, there's obvious risk involved because you're going to likely pay more to source those hot products. You're going to likely pay full retail to source those hot products, but you're going to know full well that you're going to be able to sell it for a real high profit of a price. So, and those, so again, I'm going to develop this sheet. This is my present to you guys. You can jump on here anytime you want and take a look at it. I'll update it often. I'll probably spend the next 2 weeks trying to build this. I just want to quickly show you tab 2. So on the bottom, there's tabs. Tab 2, I put a lot of my thoughts down for per month. So you can come on here and read them if you want. In January, stock up on raincoats, boots, and umbrellas for the coming few months. People are now starting to get tired of the cold weather and are anxiously waiting for spring season. Start listing spring clothing, accessories, and shoes, especially color. Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's is coming up. So start ramping up your inventory for these months. Little bit of green and red, but don't overdo it. The period after Christmas has long been the best time to buy Christmas decorations. So again, my thought process is just like when seasons end is the best time to start buying that stuff. Now, again, it's important. You need the capital because you need the extra capital because you're going to be sitting on this inventory for 9 months on average. 9 months on average. So you need the extra capital that you don't mind sitting on the inventory that you're going to invest in. But just think about it. You're going to get it for up to 80+% off if you can find the right liquidation opportunities for all these products. But you're going to be sitting on it for 9 months again, launching it out for 3 or 4 months in advance of the season, next year. Second thing you're going to need is storage. You're going to need somewhere to hold and house all your products that you are building up. But this is the way to a $500,000 a year revenue business. These are the tricks and tools that I use to get to the level that I am at. And I'm going to be implementing more of these strategies because my goal, again, as you've seen in my other video for 2019, is to sell $1 million worth of products on Amazon next year and to hit that $1 million in retail sales by the end of 2019. So that's a huge goal, and it's going to take capital, it's going to take space, it's going to take persistence, but it's also going to take me putting in time to prepare myself by drafting up these simple spreadsheets to help me know what's coming up. Let's go to the dashboard and see if there is any questions. Ta-da! Way! You're hilarious. Anderson is lonely here. You're probably lonely because it's what, 1 o'clock in the morning almost? Maybe it's like 1 o'clock now. There were 3 people watching. That's all right. I put this video out. It's going to be available for people to watch it tomorrow. It likely will. Obviously I'm going to put the link on my YouTube, my Instagram and Twitter and all that type of stuff. So yeah, it's the list mostly for retail arbitrage, right? The list honestly is not mostly for retail arbitrage, Anderson. I'll create a column for retail arbitrage. I will also create a column for private label. I will tell you this, Anderson. The people who do extremely well in private label utilize retail arbitrage to help them find products to sell privately. This year alone, I found 3 major products through retail arbitrage for my private label business. They were doing so well in my retail arbitrage products, were doing so well that one, let me extract this. Let me extract this chat. Da-da-da. Can I extract it here? Pop it out. Yeah, there we go. Just so I don't have to, I can show this and show pop out. I don't know if I can. Don't need that. Can I show my pop out? Will it stay up? Let's minimize this. There we go. And let's pull up this. Sorry, I just getting a little sidetracked here. I don't want this up. I'm terrible with this. So I do want this up, but I want this up, and I do want this up. There we go. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. So yeah, retail arbitrage, private label, either way, either business model that you do, this will apply to both because I do both retail arbitrage and private label. So this tool is going to apply to both. And like I said, what is important is that you are looking at your retail arbitrage products and looking at some of those products that fall in the generic category. They're likely not patented. They're likely not a hard or big brand. You want to look at what you can do to source those direct from China, and go directly to Amazon with your product and make it your own brand. If you can, make your own listing for that product, especially if it's giving you a lot of sales. And I'll tell you another reason. It's retail arbitrage. In the world of retail arbitrage, the complaint most RA sellers have is getting consistent sources of inventory. You may find a wicked product, but you may only find 50 of them or 100, or you may only find a couple hundred, and it take you months and months of driving around and then sending your inventory and then driving around. Whereas if you and you can't do it, obviously you can only do it to, in my case, 3 out of 300 products, so 1% of the products may fall in this tip. Make sense? But you have to look at those products, and then you have to look, can you source them from China? That makes getting inventory a lot easier. The only X factor is how good are you at creating a listing from scratch and ranking it. Those are things I talk about obviously in my course and strategies on how I do it. We'll talk about that. You can ask me a question if you have any questions about that. Ask away. And I can certainly go a little bit deeper into that information for you. What is up, Jason? 2 a.m. You're here. Merry Christmas to you. 2 a.m.? It's 2 a.m. in Calgary. Damn, that means it's 1 o'clock here in the West Coast. What's your plans for Christmas, guys? What do you got going on? You guys chilling at home? So yeah, so this is in the link. I'm gonna and like I said, I'm gonna put this doc in the into the description of this video, just so everyone has access to it. It's gonna be ongoing. I'm gonna build this up and I've already put a bunch of time into it. Just putting my thoughts down on paper. I'm gonna put more time into this. So that it is, as informative for you guys as possible, and gives everybody that is watching this, a real quick reference point, by month, by holiday, by key dates, by hot niches, top products, sales, and thinking ahead, and any other columns that I will add in. If you have any ideas or any columns that you want me to add, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll look into those particulars if you want me to kind of dive into anything specific. All right, so that's present number 1 for you. Called it Sourcing Monthly. It's the link. It's free, no charge. Obviously, I'll do the updates so you have updates for it as well. And then the second thing I said I would give to you, my present to you guys, I'll jump on to Jungle Scout right now, and I will show you guys obviously the hottest niche at this time of the year for people who want to do private label, retail arbitrage, wholesale. It does not matter. You know what it is. I know what it is. It is health and fitness. Okay, so we are going to jump into health and fitness. Gifts. Let's see what pulls up. But we're going to take a look. Obviously, this is a quick search. I'm going to do a Google search as well. So guys and girls watching this video, when you're doing Google searches for Amazon products, type in Amazon.com or .ca, best sellers, then type in the category that you want. Or if you want to know what the movers and shakers are. Type in movers and shakers. Then type in, you know, your fitness, or put in health and fitness. Health and fitness. Okay? If you want to know gift ideas, what do people want? Obviously an important category. So health and fitness. What that will do with Google is it's going to bring you to the page on Amazon that is specific to what you typed in. So now you can see the movers and shakers. This is actually the movers and shakers, the top movers and shakers for every particular category. But I want the movers and shakers, the biggest gainers in sports, the biggest gainers in home sales, the biggest gainers in pet supplies, books, video games, the biggest gainers in, let's go fitness. We'll skip health and fitness. You can put supplements, but let's put fitness. So it's giving me sports as the primary one. Now I can go like, well, let's see best sellers in fitness. Best sellers in fitness. There we go. So exercise equipment, fitness planners, exercise bands, fitness and yoga. There's a bunch of sub-categories to the main category as well. So you have the main category here, Amazon's best sellers. It's updated hourly, so it's always changing. You got your primary category, all the subcategories. You can even look into the sub of the subcategories. And you can see what the best sellers are in right up to that specific niche. So now, if you're in here, if you have Jungle Scout, you can run your Jungle Scout. It will then show you from the #1 product in exercise and fitness all the way down to, I think, the top 100 it explores. So, and I can exact, you know, more information, obviously. I don't know why my computer is so slow. What is, let's see what y'all are saying. Let's take a look at the chat. Whoa, look at all that. Wow, good job, people. Anderson, making videos would help with selling. Making a video would help with selling. What do you mean? Making a video would help with selling? Yeah, I mean, if you make a video, it would help with selling. Or do you mean I should make a video to help you with selling? Counting my money, then back at it on the 27th. Nice. Good idea with the sheet. Yeah, utilize it, Jason. I mean, I'm going to build it. It's in its infancy right now. I put in a day's kind of whatever. I put in like about 3 hours just typing in stuff and coming up with important categories and quick references. But you guys can use it. It's free. I'm going to give it to everybody, and it's going to be developed so you'll always see where I'm at with it. How much does it cost to get started doing retail arbitrage? Jason, you can get started tomorrow with $100 doing retail arbitrage. You would just sign up now. Right now, go sign up on Amazon to sell as an individual seller. It's free to do that. It's like signing up a Gmail account as a seller. Put in your information that you'll need to put in, things such as your scanning a birth certificate, your banking information, so that they can deposit some money into your account. When you sell stuff, credit card you're going to need, because if you do end up charging anything, like if you run an ad, they're going to need that type of stuff. If there's any fees that you have for storage or whatever, which is super cheap, those type of things, obviously you need a credit card. Then just start scanning products. Download the Amazon Seller Central app from the App Store onto your phone. In the top right corner is a scanning little camera. You click that, you'll see all these little stars. They're little scanning stars that when you aim your camera at a product or at the barcode of a product, it will show you what that product sells for on Amazon. And if you just do the math, it obviously actually comes with a calculator. But in a nutshell, if you just do the math of what you can buy for and resell it for, minus the Amazon fees or commission that Amazon gets, you can see what your profit is. So you can start with $100. I mean, it's not ideal. Ideally, $2,000. Ideally, $1,000. Ideally, $5,000. You just have to make sure you learn how to sell on Amazon before you dive right in and blow $1,000 or a couple thousand or 5,000. Learn what the steps are from A to Z on how to sell on Amazon. Go sign up for my course. It's $97, which is a drop in a hat if you have $2,000. $97 is nothing to you. In it, I show you from A to Z, all the steps, and you get mentorship from me, so you can message me, email me, hey coach, it's Anderson here. Can you guide me through this step? And I'll take care of you. Jason says, I think it's $100 and pro seller or free account. I mean, at the end of the day, I tell everybody you need to become a professional Amazon seller. Don't be a hobbyist in this game. If you're serious, you want to make money, it's going to be the easiest money you'll have come across if you're a employee working at any company in North America. In comparison, you will go, why the fuck did I not start selling on Amazon 10 years ago when everybody else started selling on Amazon? And it was probably 10 times harder 10 years ago. I couldn't imagine how hard it was, but if you stuck with it or whatever, I mean, some guys are just like, not just, I mean, sellers today, there's a few sellers that started 3 years ago and they're fucking multimillionaires. Like, there's sellers that started a year and a half ago and they're doing great things. Really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter when you started. You just have to start. And you have to put some work into it, and you have to learn what skill sets you have that apply to the world of, buying inventory, selling inventory, that world. Do you have any skills that translate? Are you an accountant? Were you ever in retail? Did you ever sell anything in your life? Do you have customer service experience? Are you a customer service guru? If you have any of those experiences, you're gonna find that that is gonna help you with 50% of what Amazon's all about, which is, for most people, they'll go, wow, 50%, are you serious? Let's go, boom. Don't mind my screen because I really don't know what I'm doing. I just wanted to get this ugly mug on here. This guy loves Christmas. So I mean, at the end of the day, as a new seller, that's what I would say is just get started, find someone to mentor with, show you the ropes, or learn it from Amazon. You can try learning it from YouTube. It'll take you way too freaking long to do it. It just doesn't make any sense to try to puzzle things together because you're just going to miss a piece of puzzle. You're never going to find the one piece that you needed that's going to tie it all together. This is a pitch for my course to everybody who's watching my course. I lowered it from $500 to $100 for a reason. Not because I couldn't sell my course for $500. I've sold plenty of the courses for $500. But because I just want more people to understand that the price shouldn't be an objection of learning how. If you're serious about learning how to sell on Amazon, $100 is a drop in a hat. The mentorship that you can utilize from me, you couldn't. Most people know I charge $800 for one-on-one, where I'll take you through building your business from beginning to end. Find that product. I'll find you the product. Literally find you the products. I'll give you 5 of them. You pick. These will be 5 that I would launch. You'd pick one. You go, okay, well, let's go with this one. This is kind of more suitable to what my flavor, my cup of tea. And then, then I'd show you how to create the bullets, create the listing, create everything to the point where it's, you need to get your reviews. You need to get, literally to your first check in the bank. And then from there, that kind of coaching, people go, okay, well, what do I do next, Chris? And all that type of stuff. So people pay me $800 to $1,000 just to help them do that. Now, obviously, I've done it so many times, I can take anyone through those steps in a fairly quick process. It's not, to me, it's easy to do. But to a new person, they just don't know all the steps. So that's why my $100 course is out there. It's for all those people who don't need me, don't want to spend $1,000. They just want to learn and know every step along the way, and that they're not missing anything. So, yeah, that's kind of about it. Let me just jump over here. Bam, bam. So, let me go down here. Good idea with the sheet. How much does it cost to get started? Amazon account, apps, etc. And your course. The course is obviously, like Anderson, the course is $100. So you obviously should jump on that. The different tools in most of my videos, Anderson, I probably won't go through right now because I could go through 15 different things that are anywhere from free to $30 a month, like being an Amazon Pro, to $50 a month for a tool that you might need for 2 or 3 months. Jungle Scout, the one that you see in the background when I'm actually sharing my screen. To maybe later on, you might jump on another tool called Kibly to help you get reviews. They're all stages. You may need $10 to go buy some barcodes. But in all my videos on my channel, especially the recent ones, I actually literally just did some edits. I give people a list of 15 different steps. The 15 steps on how to start your Amazon business. So you can kind of see what's free. Well, not kind of, but I show the budget. Free, the cost of everything that I did along the way. But everyone is different. Some people don't even own a laptop. Some people don't even own a smartphone. I obviously don't know how you're watching this. Maybe you're on your PC or something like that. But some people don't even own like a smartphone. Those are all critical. You need a smartphone. You need to be able to scan products in stores if you're doing retail arbitrage. You need a laptop or a computer. You need to be able to go online. You need to be able to go into Alibaba. You need to be able to source products from China. You need other tools. So it depends, where people are at. But foundation-wise, the fundamentals minus the office accessories, a printer, stickers, all those types of things. It is a business, right? So not to scare you away, but it's a fundamental business that, for whatever reason, doesn't cost nearly as much as the $50,000 startup, the $100,000 startup costs for a franchise. Not nearly as much. So if I told you this business costs $50,000 to start or $100,000 to start, it should cost that much. You should be putting $100,000 into inventory to sell on Amazon. Why? Because if you buy the right inventory, it will do nothing but sell. It'll do nothing but sell on Amazon. You have access to millions and millions and millions of people who want to buy your product. So it'll do nothing but sell. If you had $50,000. Now, for the funny thing is, for most people who are doing this, they can start an Amazon business for $500. They can start selling on Amazon for free and just start selling the freaking things in their home. You could literally wrap up a printer that you never use anymore, list it on Amazon, and sell it on Amazon as a used product. You could literally get thousands and thousands and thousands of eyeballs. You could literally put a cost of shipping, ship that to anywhere in your country, because Amazon gives you the option, the ability to show your product to thousands and thousands and thousands of people without limitation. As long as that product is in demand and people are doing a search for it, it's going to show up. It's an incredible opportunity. Not that you're kicking tires, but anybody watching this video who's kicking tires should stop and go, hey, hold on, like, I've done a lot of stupid fucking shit in my life. I've done a lot of different business opportunities. Some have cost me a lot of money. Some have cost me a lot of time. You know, my wife is retired. She doesn't work anymore. We are headed to Los Angeles, leaving on the 31st in a full-size Ford Expedition Max Edition 2018. Going to the Lakers game, 2 rows behind LeBron James. All paid for by selling on Amazon. And that's just, I've been officially 17 months selling on Amazon. So, you know, and I could go on for hours and hours, but that's not really, this video is not about me or what I did. This video is about, you know, and this might be motivational to some to listen to this and go, okay, yeah, well, let's dive in, take Coach Chris's course and learn and apply and take action. I literally, at the end of my course, Anderson, have an action plan printout that gives you the step-by-step. Okay, day 1, do this. Day 2, do this. Day 3, do this. All the way through. So that's probably one of the coolest features about my course. Yeah, but I mean, $100 is really a hobby. I was not kidding about that. Like, but you wouldn't be super excited to sell a toy and get $4 in your account 2 weeks later, or $6 or whatever, because you sold one toy. But, you know, and really at the end of the day, when I think about $100 guy who starts his business with $100, is more me saying that from a standpoint of saying, if I knew what I knew right now, I would go back in time to when I had that spare $100 and start, because I could. But I'd have to know all the shit I know right now in order for me to be effective with that $100. If you want to match and duplicate what I did, you would need $9,000 to duplicate what I did, because I bought a laptop, didn't have one. I was excited, so freaking excited. I paid for a year subscription of Jungle Scout. Cost me whatever it was, $600 US. I bought the best Jungle Scout Chrome extension, which is the menu you see. I don't know if you can see in the background, but let me just kind of jump over and I'll put this on, and so people can see my background. Bam. So the Jungle Scout Chrome extension right here. This is where you see, this is your tool to show you all the numbers, how much products are selling, what's selling, how frequent it's selling, how much money you're going to make for these different types of products that people are selling on Amazon. You know, and then there's just a blueprint step by step on what you need to do to figure out if you can sell it too, where to buy it, how to source it, how to check if it's patented, how to list it, how to advertise it if you want to. You don't have to. How to rank organically, how to get a review, how to manage your listing, how to respond in customer service, how to, you know, how to take a vacation to Vegas or whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. Let me see here. But you need to do engage to sell stuff. Yeah, and retail arbitrage. I mean, if you want to sell other people's brands, Anderson, you just got to start going out with your phone, start scanning products, hundreds of products, you know, every week or every month to see what you're eligible to sell. Amazon will tell you once you scan it, once you scan the barcode, it'll say to you that you're eligible to sell this product. And then if the numbers make sense, if the cost is really cheap and Amazon fees are what they are, but they're selling for a good price where you can make $5 or $10 off that one sale, you buy it. Books are a great way to start, Anderson. Books are a great way to start because a lot of times you can source new or used books and list them as brand new or used in whatever condition they may fall in, from really good but used to poor but popular. Okay, you can explain the condition if you want to, or you can just say whatever condition they are in. Again, from used to new. But you can usually find books for anywhere from free to $2, $3, $4 for a new book that you can turn around and resell on Amazon for new. that you may have bought for $4 but sells on Amazon for $25. It's the easiest way to start your business. The great thing about that with books is you can build a massive inventory of books. I know people who have built a massive inventory of books of upwards of 2,000 to 3,000 different titles for less than $1,000. Like I know some people who have bought 1,000 titles for 25 cents a book. That's $250. For 1,000 different titles, they're averaging $100 to $150 profit per day. Profit per day from the sales of those books per day. So on that $250 investment, they're making $150 per day selling books. They may have to sell 75 books in a day, but they often do because of all the consumers that are on Amazon looking for these titles. That's just one little business model called the book business model. There's also a very similar model called the toy seller model, where you could sell toys. There's another similar model called the Nike or Adidas or Under Armour shoe model. But in order to get to that model, you have to first be the book, then you have to be the toy, or vice versa, toys, then books. You have to sell a lot of both and establish a skeleton or a foundation for your Amazon store where Amazon bots can go, okay, he's reached a certain score in their Amazon algorithms, and then they will automatically, when you apply, unlock you for other categories. And that's how it works. And it doesn't mean, you know, books and toys are it. You could look at home category. You could look at the do-it-yourself category, the office supply category. You could look at the baby, which is kind of gated as well. But you could look at the beauty, cosmetic, which also have some gate. You could look at the automotive. It's funny, when I first started month one, I had an automotive product in my home, and I was looking for things in my home to sell that I'd never opened. Found, I don't know, 20 or 30 things I'd never opened. I'd been sitting around for months or years or whatever. Scanned them in. Most of them were selling on Amazon, so I just boxed them all up. I had an automotive one which said I was restricted. I applied. I figured out how to apply to get unrestricted, and all of a sudden it said, you are approved to sell in automotive. And I was like, oh, I've only been like selling on Amazon for 2 weeks or a month, maybe. I think my product had just arrived and it just started selling. Now, mind you, the product I launched was a freaking beast and grew to the top of the charts within 6 weeks of me launching it. For all of those stories, just start consuming my YouTube channel's videos. But most people who follow me know that story. But again, I got approved for automotive within a month and sold that product. And it wasn't until 16 months later where I dove back into automotive category. But I had been opened up for a lot of categories. So that's the process. And there are other categories. And again, you just scan everything. I say it all the time, scan everything. Some of the videos I drop are called Scan Everything, where I'm in a store just scanning whatever. Obviously, you need to do that because you need to learn what you are eligible to sell. And then you need to buy it. And you need to buy 20 or 30 or 50 different products. Then you need to create a shipping plan where you're going to ship those products to Amazon. You need to learn how to do that. Box it all up. Then you need to go on Amazon and use Amazon to ship your product because it's way cheaper to ship through Amazon UPS than it is to go to UPS store. So do it through Amazon. Ship your products to Amazon. Figure it all out. It's all in that $97 course. Now, Jason says, sign up for a free account as soon as you're about to sell more than 20 items. Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, I was taught to become a pro right away. I wasn't taught to be an individual. I was taught, look, legitimize your business, become a pro, spend the $30, Look, I think Amazon has a policy that if you don't sell anything within 2 months and you paid $30 for the first month, $30 for the second month, if you don't sell anything, you can reach out to them and they will give you a credit for that $30. I think for up to 1 or 2 months. I don't know. You'll have to try it. I was told that. I never had to do it because, like I said, I pretty much was selling out of the gate. But I needed to legitimize my business. And I tell people, and I tell all of my students, they need to legitimize their business as well. And the way to do that, guys, is to start a pro business and become a professional. Pay the $30. You know, the analogy I use is this: if you bet on sports, you're more likely to pay attention to the game if you put $5 on it. A $5 bet on that game. You're more likely to pay attention to every aspect right down to the minute and excited when you win if you put $5. Imagine putting $30 on who wins or loses of a sporting event. Go bet $30 a month. I'll guarantee you're going to watch every game you bet on. Now, do the opposite. Don't put any money on a sporting event and just try to go watch as much games, just maybe write on a piece of paper, I think the Lakers are going to beat the Knicks on January 4th. Let's see if you tune in. But don't put any money on it. Let's see if you tune in. People who treat this as a hobby generally do not pay attention to the hobby. Or they pay attention when it's convenient. The moment you put $30 and pay for your month is the moment your brain switches to a fight or flight mode and starts doing and acting as if. You start going, I put $30 in. I started my own friggin' business. I'm now a business owner. I have an Amazon store. I am a Amazon ABC 123. And you start telling people you're about your Amazon store. Oh yeah, I started an Amazon store. Oh yeah, I'm launching my products to Amazon. I'm excited. Oh, this is great. Wait until that first check, because when you are a pro seller, let me tell you this. When you are a pro seller and you're paying $30 and you download onto your phone that app and you launch products to Amazon, you check your app. You'll be checking your app once your products arrive in Amazon and they are live. Let's just say you sent in 30 retail arbitrage products, 30. You're going to freaking start checking your phone. I don't even have my phone here. It's right here. You're going to start checking your phone. And for all you Amazon sellers that are on here, smash that like button right now. For the amount of times that you guys check your phone a day. How often are you checking your sales every day? Currently, your current balance is $10,000. That's it. I literally started with 10K for my pay period. That's from I'll tell you all about that. You'll want to learn how to wake up after being paid from Amazon, to wake up with a balance that Amazon's going to pay you on your next check. These are all great things. But because I'm invested in my business, I check my phone. Sometimes I don't mean to check my phone, but I freaking push the app. Just like, it's like taking medicine. Like, I have to check my phone. I have to check the app. I check it way too much. I try literally to avoid checking it for as long as I can sometimes, just because I think it's an odd thing to do. But it's not an odd thing to do. I'm invested. I have so much capital and inventory into this business. I didn't have that. I had $30 in my Amazon business on day one. That was my first initial investment of $29.99 for my first month fee to be an Amazon seller. That was my initial investment, was $30. But I was invested 4 weeks later or 3 weeks later. I invested in my first product, spent $5,000 on 1,000 units from China. So a cost of $5. Those same products are now selling for $24.97 every damn day. It cost me $5 for that product. I don't care what Amazon fees could take. At the end of the day, I'm doubling, tripling my money for every product I sell. That's just one product. I am so invested because that was a $5,000 gamble on a very, very calculated investment. I did my research. I found multiple products in the very beginning of selling on Amazon. And it's kind of, I apologize because I digress. I wanted to show you guys product research, but probably at the end of the day, this is more important to you than me showing you products that you can buy. The story behind it is going to be more important for Amazon sellers, new sellers. This story is probably more important. But I invested $5,000 into product. But I researched and pulled using the Jungle Scout tool. I probably have my, like, I kept a book like this. I have a few. Like, ultimately, I ended up buying like 10 of these. I don't think this is it. This is, oh yeah, it is it. Here you go. So check this out. This is actually probably, this is cool. So March 22nd. So you can kind of see that. So that's my March. This is my day one. This is a journal. Wow. It's literally sitting on my desk. That's so bizarre that I'm making this video and this showed up. So March 22nd, 2017. This is after the day, like March 19th is literally when I started product research. And I literally created a time clock. I clocked in. To ensure accountability, I clocked in. So I did from 10:45 p.m. to 1:45 a.m. 3 hours of product research. Then on the 22nd, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., 3 hours. On the 23rd, from 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m., 1.5 hours. On March 25th, from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., an hour. Goal, come up with a business name before March 31st. Came up with a business name. And then I worked from 8 p.m. Now, keep in mind, I had a full-time job. I have a family of 4 children, plus a wife. But I was still put in from 8 p.m. till 2:45 a.m., 6.5 hours of doing product research, trying to find that product. Then on the next day, from 12 p.m. to 3:45 a.m., and I have to get up at 7, 8 a.m. and then go to work for 9 a.m. and do the kids' school thing. This is March. So 3.5 hours. The following day after that, 6.5 hours. Then I went and found the brand logo. So I put in 3, 6, 7, 8.5, 14.5, 15, 18, 21 hours. Let's say in 21 hours, I most likely found my product. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. It looks like this stuff is obviously all blank to me now because it's so far gone. But, journal after journal, I'm branding my product. What am I going to call my product? I got away from writing in here because I am too lazy to get this book. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. 21 days in a row, writing in my journal. Writing in my journey. May 27th to 28th. So I guess I missed a few days. Develop my brand. But, so that's, just the journal part of it. But what's cool is you'll see this here. And this is not including the amount of time I spent, like every new seller, watching videos of other sellers and learning from other sellers. Doesn't even include all those hours and hours and hours on YouTube watching videos. But, you know, product reviews. Here was a kind of a list of some of the first products I was looking at. You know, Jungle Sticks is obviously the example that Jungle Scout uses. But I was looking at conch shells, dog maps, burlap bag, baby towel. Oh, okay, so these might even be Jungle Scouts from the Jungle Scout videos. But so here you go. Let's see if I don't want to incriminate myself on any of the products that I launched. But of my first 15 products, I didn't launch any of them. I did have some cool ones, but I'll show you this. So check this out, guys and girls. That's my first 15 products, if you can kind of see it. As of March 26th. So I found these emoji drawstring backpacks. I found some sort of towels, some workout towels. I found floating pool noodles, magnetic baby-proof safety lock sets, memory loss digital calendar, memory loss digital calendars, USB endoscopes, which I came back to multiple times, just so you know, and kept finding interest in maybe launching that. Never did, though. A working wood bulldozer, dust window cover, sun shield, a car vacuum cleaner, ultra soft microbial pick line cover, a yard strobe, clear plastic test tube set, cabinet knobs, fishing rod bag, Titan loop keychain. That was my first product, my first 15 products I wrote down on day one. You know, fast forward, this is March of 2017. 17 months later, 18 months later, 19 months later. Is that right? Yeah. March to June, the 6th, that's 9. 9 plus 12. Yeah, more than that. 21 months later. So I've been selling on Amazon for 21 months. Almost a 2-year anniversary. But it's, you know, hadn't I not been invested with the $30 from the get-go, I probably would not have taken it that serious. But because I put that in and I took that initial step, and really honestly, before I made that $30 Amazon monthly account and paid that right away, I didn't do any individual stuff. Before that was the course. It was the course that ultimately gave me the strength and the confidence to do it, you know. So hearing this exact kind of speech and then taking action and buying the course and then going through a course.
Shocking Karen do charm.
My life. Sorry about that. How do you turn off your iPhone from ringing on your actual computer? But yeah, anyway, yeah, so those things tied me together, and ultimately, that's why I got so far. It's the investment that will tie you into it. Now, failure is inevitable if you don't follow someone's blueprint. If you try inventing the wheel, failure is inevitable. You need to follow the steps on how that wheel was invented and do the same, and then just find versions of the wheel that are also in demand. But you need the blueprint. The blueprint is the most important thing. That was a long explanation, but hopefully helpful. Scanning app is free, Anderson. Doesn't cost you a thing. So the $100 course is similar to $800. That $100 course is my $500 course, Jason. It's the same. I just put the price affordable. It never should be a price objection. It's, again, anything free in life, people take it for advantage. Don't ever give away anything for free. Listen to Gary Vee when he says give as much content away for free, but he's not talking about your business. People still need to be held accountable. They still need to invest in themselves. That $100 is the first step. $30 on Amazon is a step. $40 to Jungle Scout is a step. Those are all investments that you need to make. Then when you do that $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000 product investment, that is a risk that is got to be a calculated one. I literally created in my course what's called a risk calculator that you can put every product that you found. So that those first 15 I plugged into the risk calculator that I created based on the knowledge I learned when I did a course. I created a risk calculator. I plugged my products into it. I answered my own questions, and through process of elimination, eliminated 12 of those products that did not qualify for certain reasons based on my risk calculator. That risk calculator, literally, I am trying to develop that and make it a proprietary tool that one day I'm going to trade. Like it's going to be an app. It's going to be an app design that I want to launch, part of my whole brand of products. So that's a very cool product that people who sign up for my course, they get it. It's included, and it helps you with the process of eliminating and making a proper decision when they are ready to put in that $5,000. That is probably the biggest reason why my product was so successful out of the gate. The second biggest reason why, since I'm not taking all the credit, the second biggest reason why my product was so successful out of the gate is because I ran my products by my mentor. And he verified what I already knew to be the case. So he said, yes, that's a good one. No, that one's terrible. It just is the same questions that he would taught me to ask. I put it on to a calculator. I asked myself those same questions, those check marks, yay or nay, all the way through. And at the end, I know if it's a base hit, a home run, a grand slam, all of those kind of points that I mark along the way. What else do we got in here? Nice. If I was to start, would make sense to go straight to pro account because we can sell all the good products? Yes, going pro, you get access to a lot more categories right away as a pro seller. So as an individual seller, Amazon restricts you for a bunch of categories that you won't even be able to sell in. But as a pro, you get opened up to a lot more selling categories and brands. So yes, go pro. Sign up for a free account, and as soon as you're about to sell more than 20 items, right? How do you know how fast the product will sell? What rank products to buy so they will sell within days? At the end of the day, like I say, Jason, go follow me on Instagram at the Wise Guy, WYSEGUI, because I post on there a photo of and explain rank. I explain rank. Rank is not going to be important to you right now. It is important, but rank is not the most important thing. It's like the 6th or 7th most important thing. And in the retail arbitrage world, it's the 6th or 7th. Now, in the private label world, your product is not going to be ranked at all. Other things are going to be important before rank ever becomes important. But you determine rank. You actually determine the rank of your product based on the quality of your product, the quality of your listing, the demand of the product. So how well you did in picking the product, you determine everything about your product. in the very beginning, especially with private label. But in the retail arbitrage world, check out my Instagram. I'll go into that later for you. Jason, I would personally never go only from rank. You got it, buddy. You can look at Keepograph. Again, in the retail arbitrage world, Keepograph is important. Stay tuned, guys. I haven't launched it. I completely did a 180 on my retail arbitrage course. It was supposed to come out a long time ago, but I'll launch that. That's going to be only accessed by people who are in my foundational course, Amazon Selling Hustle. Will have access to retail arbitrage and private label 2.0 and hybrid arbitrage, all those other courses that are coming out. I don't use any paid apps either, Jason. I don't bother. Scoutify, Profit Bandit, all that type of stuff now. Which scanning app is Chris Beck using? I am using Amazon Seller Central. It's free. It's the one that's on my phone. You can literally sign up for, Amazon Now, Anderson, and you can get Seller Central on your phone. And if retail arbitrage becomes ultimately the business model that you love, then you may grow into using some of the scanning tools and all that type of stuff to help you have an advantage. I have a retail arbitrage business model. I have a lot of money invested in retail arbitrage. We've done extremely well doing retail arbitrage. It's not our primary business. It's not where we make most of our money, but we do extremely well from it. All from the Amazon Seller Central app. So I literally have an Amazon. I literally have an Amazon little selection on my page here. Bam, bam. Right. So I'll just show you this. This is my Amazon little group of apps here. Amazon. Those are all the apps that are free. So you got Alibaba, you got Amazon Seller Central, Jungle Scout. This is just I just whatever took the Jungle Scout page from Safari and saved it to my phone. You got Fiverr, obviously PayPal. You're gonna need that to get some extra money. Amazon affiliate if you want to do some affiliate things. Those are advanced stuff. That's an advanced kind of stuff I use. Using Facebook groups. That's all in the course too, on how to use a Facebook group, use Instagram, use affiliate links to drive traffic to your sales or to your products so you make more sales, an extra 10% in sales or 20% sales from these sources, these pages, customer service, all that type of stuff. Over the course of time, those pages just grow organically. Or you can even grow them using money if you want to. What other questions do we got going on? Amazon seller app. Listing books needs more time to list them? No. They're already all listed for you, buddy. You just have to scan them in, ship them off, and make sure you have the best price. Selling a bigger quantity of popular products will be much faster to list. All the products, again, for the most part, are all on there, especially if you're just scanning and selling. Your scanning products, they should be on there already. And they should have some sort of rank. They should have some sort of price. They should have some sort of reviews, rating of the product. All that information is on there. You should know what you can buy it for. And then you could see exactly what you can resell it for. I'll link a couple videos that you should watch, Anderson, that will show you how to scan. Like you could find them too if you go into my YouTube video history on videos that where I scan products in stores, and then you kind of see what pops up on the app. It's easy to do. It's so easy. It's literally point and click. Wait 3 seconds, and then it shows you a page that shows you how much it's selling for, how much the fees are, merchant if you want to ship it, or if you want to go through Amazon, which if you're going to sell on Amazon, let me just give you a couple things to research right now. Research FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. You want to be an FBA seller, not an FBM seller. right away. Start as an FBA seller. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I'll never switch to an FBM seller. It's too much work. I don't want to work that amount of time. Wholesalers generally go FBM. Private label, retail arbitrage generally go FBA. Okay, fulfillment by Amazon is where you take all your products, you send it to Amazon, and you let Amazon, or you're essentially hiring Amazon to do the work for you. So you're leveraging their staff, leveraging their warehouse space, leveraging their office supplies like their boxes and their packaging paper and bubble wrap and all that goodness, and their stickers and their labels, and then you're utilizing UPS. But you're shipping all your products to Amazon, then Amazon take care of payment collection, paying you, obviously take payment from the customer and all that type of stuff. It's just all inclusive in a $5, $8, whatever, a $7 fee. It's all inclusive in there, all that stuff. And the manpower. You just have to do the essentially buying of the products, buying of the inventory. So you're literally the inventory buyer. Jason says, sales rank doesn't tell the whole story. 100%, Jason. Yeah, I did a whole video on that a long time ago. Not even that long ago. But it's not where you need to spend your time. You need to look at demand. You need to figure out, is this product even going to be popular? How do you figure that out? The profit in books, good, but yeah, it feels slower. It's not slow if you got inventory. Books, again, depending on the business model, are you used or are you new? Used, if you can get your hands on, like, okay, right now, do this for me. Go onto your phone, go to Facebook Marketplace. Okay, go to do a search for books or do a search for free books. And look how many people are giving away free books. So if you go and search free books, you get all these people who will give you their books. You just have to come pick them up. You could probably source 1,000 books for free on Facebook Marketplace. I guarantee you, out of that 1,000, you're going to find 200 or 300, if not more, that are going to return a profit of $1 or more to your pocket. You might find that all 1,000 books will give you a minimum of 50 cents. So that's $500 in profit available to you. All you have to do is ship those books to Amazon. You can ship 50 pounds in a box. It probably costs you through Amazon $12 a box. You probably ship 100 books in a box. That's 10 boxes of books. That's $100 to ship your inventory. It costs you $100 to ship your inventory on Amazon. You can make minimum of $500. And a lot of that stuff will sell. Now that's like, I'm low balling it. 50 cents. If Nicole were on this right now, she'd be like, no way I'm making 50 cents on some of these books. I'm making $10, $20, $30. Just depending on the book. If you get your hands on some textbooks, you could make upwards $50, $100 a book. If you got them for free, well, geez, Amazon takes 15% commission off your price, and then they take the cost to ship the book to your customer. It might be $8. It might be $7. It might be $10, just depending on, it might be $5, just depending on the size of the book. Okay, and then the commission. The rest is all yours. So that's your first way. Huge tip. There you go, guys. If you stayed this long for this video, I just showed you. I just gave you, in the course of a year, you could easily make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 doing that. One business model of sourcing free books using Facebook, driving, picking up all the inventory, accumulating it. There's other ways to get free books as well. But that's one way. Okay. And now, don't put in the word free. Put in the word books for sale. And find people who are getting rid of. I mean, there's so much books here for sale. This guy's got free textbooks, UFV textbooks. Free UFV textbooks, which is a university here, University of Fraser Valley textbooks. This guy's giving them away for free. You know, you scan those, I bet you some of those are selling on Amazon for 50, 100. Exploring society pathways in sociology, piercing criminal justice, business essentials. Who knows how relevant these books are, but at the end of the day, I'll guarantee these books are selling for $30 plus each, and you can get them for free. That's just a business model. This guy is giving away the Twilight series for free. You know, he put $5 on here. So maybe he's charging $5 for the Twilight series. I don't know what that's going on there, but those look like good quality books in pretty decent condition. For $5, that's less than $1.60. What is that? Less than $1.67 a book, kind of thing. 50 Shades of Grey he's got on here. He's got all these different books on here. Harry Potter, the Da Vinci's Code. Who knows what they're charging for these books, but again, you can go and you can scan all those books. You can run those books in your phone right now and search it prior to ever even going to picking them up. But at the end of the day, free inventory is free inventory. You can pick up all that stuff. You can start a business just by reselling Facebook free inventory, if that's the business model you want to do. Again, that's not my cup of tea. I don't want to do all that work. I don't have the time to do all that type of stuff, but you might. I'd rather source the products, figure it out, use my calculator, my risk calculator, to figure out what product is going to sell, source it and buy it from China, ship it direct to Amazon, never see the product, create a listing for it, and start selling it over and over and over and over. It's that whole theory of know how much money you want to make, $1 million, then break it down into how much you have to sell per day and make per day, and then just find products that will make you that much money per day in order to reach your $1 million goal. Bam. What else do we got here? So, Anderson books need a little more time. List them. Sales rank. Yeah, books probably more work. Slower profit. I disagree. Smash. Smash. So how late are we? What time is it? It is now 1:58. So we've been streaming for a couple hours, guys. So let's do this right here. Let's end this off with what we intentionally wanted to do, which was check out the top 100 health and fitness products on Amazon. So let's extract some more. And then let's look at the sales demand for all these products. Let's see if I can get it going. So what do we got here? So we got what looks cool. So we got Fitbits. We got some t-shirts here, or sweaters. Inversion tables, a little large. Kind of a low price too. These watches are pretty cool. You can actually source inexpensive, affordable versions of those watches through China. I would look into patents and stuff like that just to make sure that the watch is not patented or anything like that. What else we got here? We got yoga leggings, which are going to be popular. That's a great price point there. Something like that. You could source multiple sizes if you're interested in doing apparel. You could certainly source multiple sizes. You could, again, it's a matter of doing, it's a matter of being able to create photos for your product, and that's a very important factor when creating a listing. If you're doing retail arbitrage this month, you want to start getting some fitness. You almost wanted to do it last month, but you probably still have a week or so where you could go do a good run of health and fitness products and get that inventory to Amazon. If you're looking to do private label, this stuff is year-round. Obviously, it's year-round, but there's certain products that do a lot more demand. Obviously, the biggest one last year were these loop bands, where there were at least 40 or 50 major sellers. which is a lot of sellers selling that product. But 40 or 50 major sellers of this product, all doing 100 sales a month. Who knows what they're selling for? Anywhere from $15 to $25. Common price point was $19.99. Something like this, sourced wise, you could probably source it for less than $5 for sure, and have it private labeled with all the information you want on it. But again, it was a super competitive niche and has grown to be one of the most competitive products. So I wouldn't recommend launching these loop bands, but there are variations of it that have come out. Ones with cloth covers, ones with that are different sizes, different styles, different kinds of sets. So we got 3D Invisible Deep Orbit Sleep Eye Mask. Interesting mask right there, but the price point I don't like. I like products that sell for $20 minimum on Amazon. Those are what I shoot for. I like products that sell for $25. A lot of my products sell for around the $25 price point. I want a product that sells for between $75 and $100. I'm looking currently for that product. That's hopefully going to be my next launch. Again, I'm using my risk calculator to eliminate all the products that don't qualify. And ultimately, I am utilizing all my retail arbitrage products that I sold and sifting through those to see if any of those I'd be better off sourcing from China instead of from retailers. So there's a lot of strategies behind that. What else do we have here? Stay away from weights because they're too heavy. We got yoga blocks, very cool, very cheap, kind of large in size, super lightweight. But if you're shipping something like this from China to Amazon, it's going to be really expensive. Reason being is just a large piece of foam. So not a lot of these will fit in one box. In one mass kind of big box, the average size box that they use from Amazon, which is probably about, I don't know, 2 by 2, maybe 2.5 by 2.5. You know, you can maybe only fit 20 of these in a box. Whereas if you had something small, you know, like resisting tubing, you could probably fit, 100 of these in a box. You could probably fit 500 of these in a box, or 200 or 300. So when you amortize that shipping 500 units or 100 units may only cost you $100, or 500 units may only cost you $300-400, versus trying to ship yourself a good amount of yoga blocks. 100 of them may cost you $400 or $500, or if you want to order a lot, may cost you upwards of $1,000 or $2,000 in shipping because of the volume, not necessarily because of the weight. But they don't care about weight as much as they care about how much space it takes. So some larger ones, but the price point's kind of low. If I'm going for something this size, I want it to sell for more. Unless I can get that for like $5, then I'm interested. These are pretty cool, very popular, but the price is low. Now we got some mobile, we got some other interesting products there. These are cool. I was looking into those. They vibrate. It's a deep tissue foam roller, vibrating foam roller. Then you got some boxers and some cool socks. Here's a really popular niche, not yet competitive. So it's actually not that competitive, but it's trending in popularity, especially for people who can come up with multiple designs of these water aqua shoes. They're called skin sock barefoot footwear for the beaches. So look into something like that. What else do we got here? So this is the new version of the loop bands. I think that's Velcro in the middle. There's your private label. It's a cloth on top of the actual latex band. What else do we have here? Wing gloves, lady bra extender, bra band breathing. 200 reviews, but it's only a $10 product, so it's kind of low. Cool thing about, I don't know if you can do it on here. No, you can't. I was going to say you could filter this page, but you can't. This is, again, just the top 100. So this goes all the way up to the number 100. So now we can actually, the Jungle Scout tool, I'll run it here quickly. Again, this is the best sellers for the exercise and fitness category, the top 100. You don't want to necessarily stop at the top 100. You want to just go into all these categories, search fitness, and you want to look at all the products, as many of the different products in each category. You want to use your Jungle Scout extension to look at the numbers, so to see how much monthly sales each item is doing. For example, the top product on this page is doing 300 units a month. Okay, this is selling 300 of these a month. Let's go back to page 1 here quickly. Page 1, and then we'll wrap this up. So page 1, Fitbit. The number 1 selling health and fitness product on Amazon currently sells 1,335 units per month, so 43 units per day of this particular model of Fitbit. So for $159, so it's doing almost $250,000 in sales a month of this particular Fitbit, this one watch. Now, there are how many sellers of it? Let's take a look. Because this is a brand that you may or may not need to get approval to sell, but this is Amazon's listing. So Amazon's the only one that's currently selling this. Let's actually take a look. So we'll open it up. Let's see if there are any other sellers. So there are 2 sellers of this product. There is Amazon is obviously going to be one of them. So there's Amazon right there is the primary seller. He's selling it for $159. And then you have this private storefront, the third-party seller called Tech Rush, who's selling it for $199.50. And he's FBA, so he's at Prime, which means he's an FBA seller, which means he sends his inventory to Amazon. Amazon fulfills all the orders. So I could literally buy from Tech Rush instead of buying from Amazon if I want to. This particular tool I have installed is called Keepa. It shows me what the price point is and has been over the course of time. It shows me a sale where they dropped it down to $40 off and then back up to their normal pricing. Right now it's on sale again. Who knows when it'll go back up. So he's kind of got it at that price. Amazon will run out of stock. You can't check what Amazon's stock levels are at, but they will run out. And when they do run out, Tech Rush is in a position where he can make an extra $40 selling this particular product. And you can see all the different types of sellers, the buy box price, the sales rank. So this is called Keepa. It was mentioned by Jason in the conversations. But it's a free tool. You can install it. You can see a sales history. You'll want to register an account with Keepa so you can actually see different additional history, such as sales rank history. I think you need to be registered with Keepa in order to see sales rank history. But other than that, again, it's a great tool just to see when Amazon sells it, what it normally sells for. You can go back longer. You can see the whole complete history of it. So a lot that you can see with that tool. Where are we at? So that was the number 1 product on Amazon. Number 2 product is these Hanes sweaters. Selling 503 of those a month, but they're cheap, $7.99. Then you're looking at this product, this innovative inversion table. They sell 577, probably based on price, because that price point is really low. We sell these products at our store for $400 for I think, the brand name, which is called Teeter Hangups, which is the truest brand name. And I guess, you know, in some cases, probably having a really well-designed, safe product is important when you're hanging upside down. So make sure that product is as safe as possible. There are some things on Teeter that I know, like the what holds your feet while you're hanging upside down is made of like titanium or something like that. It's not made of cheap, you know, tubing from China. Anyway, so yeah, so health and fitness products, you know, as you can see, the monthly sales on the top products in this category are, you know, upwards 300, 400, 500 sales per month. You know, some of the products are private label. For example, this particular one is just one seller. He is a private label. He is selling 300 of these products a month. This particular loop band set for $20 each. His loop band set, 6 levels. This extreme one, he's selling for $18.95. He sells 454 of them a month, selling about $8,000 worth of these tubing bands a month. Most of these, again, you can get for about $5. Amazon fees are about $7, so that's $12. So he's making $7 profit for each one that he sells. What else here? Alright, guys, so I am done for tonight. I'm going to wrap some Santa Claus presents now. I will talk to you guys in later. Have a Merry Christmas from Coach Chris Becht. And if you have any questions about anything from this video, or if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to everybody. And I hope you guys enjoy the free tool. I hope you guys enjoy the free sourcing tool that I've given to everybody. The link will be in the comment or in the descriptions section of this video as well. We'll talk to you guys later.